all the challenges in playing Corona, the physical stuff, the mental stuff, all of it, it also changed me. So it was something that scared me, and I think that the things that scare you are the things that you're meant to do. Because you know how it is, like when you're doing it, you feel pain and suffering, and everybody goes, you'll be happy about it after. And you're like, oh God, I don't want to hear it. And then of course, afterwards you're like, thank you so much, because it makes you grow. So, this is a really special role for me, special time in my life.
All right, my next question I was going to ask is, what did you do to prepare for this? Because obviously when you came out, how amazing was her, like, listen, it's time to go to the gym, it's summertime.
Right.
You saw Paula Patton when she first came out, she looked amazing, but you also did all your own stunts.
Yeah.
So what did you have to do to prepare for that?
Well, first it was just the way that they wanted Corona to look. They wanted her to look like she could be half orc. And so the director, Duncan, wanted me to look yoked, you know, and then I had to go to the gym, like, and a lot. So it was 2.5 hours a day, 6 days a week, just all kinds of protein shake, just fakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was painful. You have to go through a moment where you just look like a man, just full stop. It's just like really weird. You're kind of fat, but you're not. Like it's just like, and everybody just trust me, you'll get through this. You're like, are you sure? The movie's we're starting in a month. But you keep going through it. Anyways, it was very challenging. And then when I got to Vancouver and we started to really prep for the movie, it was about getting to do all my stunts. And I didn't do everything, but I got to do most of it. And I think that's the fun of playing a character like this. And also important is feeling like you could actually do those things. You know, I can't jump, obviously, as high as Corona. I wish. I could just jump on a horse like that. But learning how to do the swords and the knives and boxing and riding a horse. I had never ridden a horse before. It was an amazing experience. And through that, that's when I started to feel like, okay, I know who Corona is. I just feeling the strength of overcoming each challenge helped me feel more like a warrior that she is, and so it was good. And then so that helped the mental. And the mental is always one of those things that I think I'm too shy to share that bit. You know, there's the work that you do in your heart and in your mind and soul to try to, for you to believe that you could play the character. It doesn't, you probably stuff that you guys maybe would never notice, but it helps me get out of the door and on the set, because unlike any other movie before, I was scared to the very second I walked on the stage. I was. So anyways.
How did that feel the first time you actually saw the end product then?
It's a weird thing, because I don't feel like, when I watch it, I don't feel like it's me, so this is an honor to the director, Duncan Jones, and his vision, because you can't know what you're gonna be in until you see it like this, and it's really incredible, so I was blown away, quite frankly. I had no idea it could look like that, and the scope of it, it was really incredible, and then I got to see an IMAX, which, I know I feel like I'm selling hard, but I don't mean to. It's just that, you do something like this, you give 7 months of your life to something, and you sort of take a leap of faith, and it really means that much. And when it turns out well, it'd be hard for me to really lie this much, and I like it. I just am really proud to be part of it, Thank you, appreciate that. So yeah, I really loved it. I was like, well done, well done, well done. Not to be known for the director.
Yeah.
But by the end of the movie, we see that you are definitely not a victim. What do you want the audience to take away from your character?
Well, that we show in the movie. You know what? That no matter what life you're born into, you have the ability to change your fate, and that's the real truth. Is that we all have a choice. And that's what's it's unfair in life, but we can't spend much time on it, right? And you can't choose our parents, but you can choose your mindset set your hopes, your aspirations, and you can change your life if you want to. And there's something in Corona. What it is that her heart is what serves her. It's not her strength or being able to box or anything. It's that her heart gets moved, and because of that, she adjusts and changes, and you see a king see something in her because of that, because she trusts that, and then she ends the movie the way it does, which is quite incredible. You know, from a slave to potentially being a person that may be the bridge between orcs and humans and bring peace.
Feels like a part 2 coming, doesn't it, right?
Yeah.
I would love to do it. It's in the people's hands now. It's ticket sales. It's math now, quite frankly. Let's be honest. We all want to do it, but.
Well, listen, there's ticket sales in China, by the way. The numbers for China were amazing. It broke like every record in China. So I can't imagine that they wouldn't do that. But now let's talk about Garona. She's half human and half orc. Now for yourself, you're biracial also. Do you see any parallels between your character and your own life?
So that's the hard thing. You know, my mind has been changing recently about a lot of things, but my whole life I hated that idea of biracial. I found it so offensive because oftentimes when people would say that, it was a way to sort of disassociate themselves with being black, which we all know is a struggle in life. And so my mom, who's white, but and my dad too, but my mom really, she's like, no, you're black. It's the world. There's no other box to check off. You're black, and I always thought of myself that way, and I really didn't like that idea because of what I'd seen people do and behave. And now the thing is that my mind is changing in this way that we all have so many different cultural backgrounds, right? And it depends on where your heart space is at. And my mom is a part of who I am. She is, you know, and she's white for sure. She's got blonde hair. So I thought to myself, I don't really know how I feel about this. What does this mean? Because can we finally get to a place where these things don't matter? I see these young people today, and everything's changing, you know, like gender importance, sexuality. I mean, it's really surprising how fast these lines are getting blended, and the really young kids don't care about these things. And I think that's what this movie is trying to say is somehow you're watching orcs and humans, and for the first time I've ever seen a movie where you like a different being than a human, right? And that you feel compassion for the orcs and for the humans. And I think what that's saying is that, you know, it's about the soul, right? It's about get past the tusk, get past the green. People love, feel pain, anger, all of it the same. And we need to get to a place where we appreciate our traditions, our culture, because that's special, everything that makes us different. But it's been so divisive, and could we like imagine a world where we like had, don't get me, it's been a long day, I'm an emotional girl. But I mean, I really mean this, like what would that be to like bring people together and truly like feel like you're just part of humanity? I mean, I know that's a grand, crazy thing in our world, but it's something to aspire